Hello, everybody. This is CB with your Business Reality, and I'm truly excited to be here. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a fantastic start of the week, and I hope that you're starting with new goals, new possibilities, and new opportunities as well. As like I have mentioned before, we are at our end at our limited offer, which is super limited. We've had some great results. It's $50 marketing plan, whereas originally it's $500 for the first 20 people. So I'm here to support and help and guide those that need my assistance, especially after the pandemic. There was a lot of chaos and war happening in the business. So I'm here just doing this to support you and your business or anybody around you that may need assistance. So if you know of anybody, go ahead and send them my way. But today, I'm truly excited to introduce this amazing woman and a very dear friend of mine as well. And just a powerhouse in the just engineering, innovative area. And so before I go ahead and introduce her, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back with your Business Reality with CB. So let's go ahead and introduce my good friend Olympia, and she is originally from Greece. And she's living there as well. So Olympia is an entrepreneur in oil and gas industry, active in physical petroleum products trading and in full turnkey capital projects management and execution. She is an MSc Naval architect and engineer. Telling you, full powerhouse. During her 9-year career in maritime and oil and gas industry, she has worked for major multinational companies in 3 different countries such as South Korea, Netherlands, and United Kingdom. Olympia has a significant portfolio of shipbuilding, offshore construction, conversion and major projects, which I can't even read this because I'm so impressed by your portfolio, by the way. In addition to her main activities, she is also an ICF certified executive coach. She's a leader in Europe for the Global Maritime Community, member of WISTA Hellas, and leader of Transcending in the oil gas industry community. Olympia, welcome. Thank you for being here today. You're doing amazing things from a year ago to this year. I mean, so much happens in a year, right? So thank you so much for being here. And so the reason why we're here is because you have been involved in so many different innovative projects, but you also you are a coach of mindset as well. So my question to you today is, in what mindset capacity do people have to be in order to be part of innovative projects like yourself?
Yes. The most important thing for people to know is that they have to have a very open mind. They have to be open to any opportunity, to all opportunities. They should not be attached to anything. They have to be open to everything. For example, when the ventures that we're going to talk today in the podcast, the multi-million-dollar ventures that they just happened to me. I didn't pursue them. They just landing in my lap because I was just going with an open mind without any specific target. That time it was in the middle of a chaos during COVID, and my plan was just to be a full-time coach. But because I was not so much attached to it, and I was just following my gut feeling, my intuition, I just started connecting with the people in my industry, discussed about everything without being focused on attached to an outcome or becoming my clients for coaching or anything. And I just landed 2 opportunities that led me to multi-million-dollar ventures, being a partner, an equity partner of those companies without me planning it. So just have an really open mind.
And I think one of the, just to add in there, just tell us a little bit about how you went from being an engineer to working with the building ships into, the oil industry. And so just to move over to the next, it kind of rolls over. Why do you choose to enter the oil and gas industry? I know you said it wasn't planned, but what were the signs? A lot of times we get signs and we overthink it. We don't think that's too real I don't think it's meant for me. I'm not good enough. I don't know enough about the industry. obviously you're an engineer, so you have been in that area. However, you have never really been in oil and gas, so that's something new you had to learn. As far as like altering your mindset, what are some things that people can do so when good opportunities present themselves, because there's a lot of opportunities going out in the world right now,
Yes.
right? What are some ways that people can start shifting their mind in order to start receiving these opportunities and taking advantage of the opportunity?
Yes. As you said, I was not even considering entering the oil and gas industry. I was doing shipbuilding that time. It happened out of the blue. They just moved me to an oil and gas project. But for the people to get where they really want to be, as I mentioned before, they need to have the open mind. But the most important thing is don't overthink. People tend to overthink, to overcomplicate things, and this leads to nowhere. If they really take time for themselves, just take some days off, just declutter their mind, and just be open to everything, as I said. And of course, if they're specifically interested in the specific industry, they should give the best chances for success. And what I mean when I say the best chances for success, first of all, stop blocking themselves. That's many people do. They make assumptions, and assumptions are so dangerous. They say, okay, I don't have maybe the studies, or I don't have the money, the capital. I'm going to say right now to people, I became an equity partner to multi-million-dollar ventures without me requiring to put any capital. I had no capital. They just needed, I was just a missing piece of a puzzle. They just needed my network. They needed my expertise, and they needed my mindset, and of course, my persistence. When I go after something, I go far and beyond, but I achieve it. And because I was this missing piece of a puzzle, and anyone can do this, any person is unique, and they can find that uniqueness and how they can contribute to a business in a unique way that they can lead to results. They had the deals on the table, but they couldn't move forward because they didn't have the network that I had. So I entered the business, I brought the network, and then the deals happened. So stop blocking yourself, stop making assumptions, stop having all these limiting beliefs about, okay, I don't have enough money, I don't have a network, I don't have education. If you want to go for it, just go for it, and you will find your way.
And you said something very important to say. You were the missing piece of that puzzle. You were the missing person that they needed, right? And their expertise. Exactly. A lot of times, like you said, I've heard people come to me, it's like, but Crystal, like, I don't have education. And I'm like, but you have experience, you have lived, you have worked, you have done probably way more than me, at the same time. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we live in a society where if you're not educated, or if, there's different formats of educating yourself. There's the self-taught, and then there's the ones who go to school. School only teaches you with skills and tactics and so forth, right? But building the relationships, building the trust, that's something you as a person have to do on your own without school, right? And so being able to get these opportunities obviously takes a little bit of time, because it takes self-confidence, it takes a mindset, it takes dedication, and it takes knowing which opportunities, at the beginning, a lot of times people say yes to everything, and try different things. You may not know if you're good at something until you try it, right? And so when we're young, they tell us, okay, try it and see if you like it. So why not when we're grown-ups? And I understand there's a lot of stake into it, but I think there's more stake not taking the opportunities, because you could have done something amazing like you are doing Olympia. You just taken a chance, you took an opportunity, and I'm assuming you love it. I'm assuming that you're doing fantastic, because I have not heard from you, because you are doing, I know you're doing fantastic. So tell us a little bit about your experience in the oil and gas industry, and what are your thoughts about it, and tell us a little bit more about your experience.
Yes, I entered the industry 9 years ago, as I mentioned, by chance, but I really, really love it. I love the dynamics of the industry. I love the challenge. I love the risk factor. The industry had some challenges with the oil crash. Now with the COVID, the industry got even worse with the oil prices. everybody knows what happened. And the strange thing is, I started those ventures right in the biggest crisis, actually, during COVID times. And everybody says, okay, are you crazy? But I'm a person who looks more into the future. And now the oil industry is picking up. And all of those oil rigs, the people who are in the oil industry know that a lot of oil rigs were not active, were in a cold stack, as we say. And now in the second quarter of the years, a lot of companies are going to reactivate them. So it's a lot of work for my second venture in the capital project now coming, massive work. So it's a massive opportunity. So I started the venture, preparing the business, doing all what I needed. So I get ready for what is coming, which is massive. Oil price is getting higher and higher, as we see. So it was like around $40 per barrel. Now it's 62, 63. It reached like a month ago, $70 per barrel. So it's also now it's getting higher. And we predict like in 1 or 2 years, it will reach $100 per barrel. So it is very, very encouraging. So I started the ventures and now the future is really promising.
You know, it's interesting how you were saying that, and I keep seeing especially in innovative projects, because those innovative projects are the ones that, yes, you may be taking a risk, but at the same time, those are the ones that give you higher return, right? At the end of the day, and the risk is what something a lot of people are afraid of, and so. You said something very important that you said, are you crazy, right? Are you crazy? Why are you getting into it? Most of us that are doing something innovative are called crazy. And so that's how we know we're in the right direction, because we know that something doesn't last forever. Right? At the end of the day, yes, it's temporarily, we got to hold, we got to make it work, but eventually it's going to pick up again. Like, how many cars do we have on the street? You know, oil is used for not just cars and fuel, but for other things as well. And so being able to understand the economics part aspect of it, at the end of the day, it's something that we need, right? At least here in California, there's tons of cars now on the street, whereas a year ago it was like I was the only one on the road, which was kind of nice. But at the same time, it's kind of like you said, you got to see a little bit further down the line, down the future, to be able to do things like this and be able to be part of multi-million companies without having to put a dime on it, because that comes with particularly your mindset, your understanding of your surroundings, your concept, doing your research, and taking a chance, right?
Exactly. And there is a big trap that has to do also with the mindset, the attitude of people. You have to drop the need for instant gratification when you're aiming big. Because when you start something in the middle of a crisis, then you have a lot of judgment from your environment, and you're tempted to give up and go back to the corporate world that I was before, but I decided that I had enough. I really wanted to go into business, but it's very easy to give up. I thought about it many, many times when I was looking that things were not working in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I really worked in this, my need for instant gratification, and that's the biggest challenge that people have to work with. And you are focusing and you're talking a lot about innovations. That happens when people start to innovate. They have a lot of judgment, heavy judgment, and a lot of people convince them that it will fail. But I see a lot of innovations. There's so many innovations in oil and gas industry that when they started, they receive a lot of judgment, but then they become a massive success. And I can mention a lot of them. And of course, you have to keep an innovative mind in order to move forward. You have to look in the future and just drop this need of gratification. That's one of the secrets to success.
And surrounding yourself with the right people, right? Because like you were saying earlier, like we are constantly around, if you know, due to circumstances, to a lot of negativity, a lot of saying, no, you can't do it, X, Y, Z, you know, every situation is different. But unfortunately, sometimes for a lot of people, they're really close to their family. And sometimes, unfortunately, family is the number one people that affect you the most, especially when you're trying to do something different that they're not used to or they've never done before, right? Being able to have your support and build that team that's going to support you and understand your journey so that that you have that support needed in order to do, whether it's oil and gas industry, whether it's a tech company, whatever it may be, so that you can continue to grow. And we actually have a comment from Angie Davila, my number one fan. She's like in everyone. She says, what an important interview, because I think that in order to be successful, you must believe in yourself and trust yourself. So thanks so much for this nice interview.
Thank you very much, Angie. You are very, very, very welcome.
Absolutely. And trusting yourself, and like Olympia had a gut feeling into this, right? And also with knowledge and some logics as well. But being able to believe in yourself is really, really important in anything that we do in life. It doesn't have to be a business. It's anything that we decide to do in life. And so I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Olympia, you've done a fantastic job in growing your organic awareness, surrounding yourself with amazing people and with amazing businesses and genuine people as well. So what marketing strategy do you use as a coach and as an entrepreneur so that you can work with the right people, right? How do you find the right people? Because a lot of times there's people that said, well, I'm trying my best, but like nothing is working. And literally 90 or 80% is they're not marketing to the right clientele, or they're not just not doing the right messaging for the people that they're trying to find. So in your expertise, what have you done that has worked for you?
Yes. The most important thing is to understand what are the real needs, what they're currently doing or what they're trying to do, and what are their weaknesses. For instance, every day I read the oil and gas news to see what is going on with the companies, where they're struggling. There are a lot of news about where the companies are struggling with, or what are their plans. So I know which companies may have projects. And I go and target them, and I start a conversation about what I read in the article regarding their goals or their weakness or what they're trying to achieve. And I said, okay, but I can help you with this. And of course, how I brand myself, I become really, really genuine, and I show genuine interest in them, in their company. And that I want really to work in this project. This is so interesting. And of course, my business partners and me, we have a long track record in the oil and gas industry, and we commit that we deliver the highest quality possible and the best service possible, and we go far and beyond for that. So we create this trust that we deliver the quality, and of course, we care about their own needs, and we care about them, what they're really doing, what they're up to.
Absolutely. And like you said, as an entrepreneur, you have to deliver. Exactly. No matter what it takes. You have to, if you tell somebody that you're going to do X, Y, Z, you have to deliver no matter what it takes. Even if you're over your head, you maybe should under promise so that you can over deliver if that's the case. If you're more newer into the game and you're not as comfortable with it, but rely on those that are very experienced in your industry, that have already done it, and talk to them and have them guide you in those areas of expertise. And one of the things I just want to remind people that as an entrepreneur, if you own a business, whether it's service or whether it's products, at the end of the day, you're here as a problem solver. Your main goal as an entrepreneur is to problem solve. Whether it is related with your industry or not, half the time it's a lot of personal stuff we have to problem solve. And this is where the mindset and the idea of it comes before, the services. And this is why my good friend Olympia here is fantastic when I need somebody. Okay, this is so out of my expertise. Olympia is perfect for you. Olympia does the same thing with me. Okay, you have the mindset. Now you have the business goal. Now go over to Crystal and she'll help you with the marketing skills. So see, you don't have to do everything alone, right? As a coach and as an entrepreneur, you network and you figure out a way to work together. And at the end of the day, I think this pandemic has really taught us that those that are surviving are the ones that are working together to figure out new strategies, being innovative, trying new things, letting doors open for you. Right, they're coming your way if you have done what you were supposed to be doing for the past couple of years. But Like Olympia would probably tell you, it's never too late. Start today. If you really want to change your life and you're not happy with what's going on in your life, change your day today. And remember, step by step, little by little. And just remember that there are good people in this world that are going to be here supporting and helping you. Just don't surround yourself with the wrong people. Stop doing that. You need to find a way to find your crowd, your people in your industry. Anything else you would like to add, Olympia, with what I'm saying in here? Because I know you have so much to say.
Yes, I want to say to the audience that the most important thing is to start. No matter if you don't know the industry, it doesn't matter. Just start and you find everything in your way. You create momentum. The most important thing is to create momentum. You will find the right people on your way. You will know where to go and network. There is plenty of information online. If you start, you can find your way definitely. And you will succeed if you don't stop. Just start and don't stop until you succeed. And even if you succeed, you have to go forward and succeed even more.
Absolutely. And if you want to stay in touch with Olympia, you maybe want to look her up, look at the amazing stuff that she's doing with, oil and gas and other innovative stuff she's part of, and her coaching. Here's her LinkedIn, and here's her website, and here's the other website. Olympia, I want to thank you so much for being here today, because you are a wonderful person in general, and I consider you one of my good friends. Just overall, you're just amazing. And I think part of the reason why we're such good friends is because we're both such good go-getters, but we do things from the heart as well. We do things that we love, things that make sense for us, and we are here to serve and support and help other people. And I am so privileged to have you in my life. I'm so proud of you for taking this journey when things was going crazy in the world. You decided to take a new opportunity and try it, and you roll with it. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Crystal, for giving me this opportunity to talk today and share this with the world. Hopefully, this will help a lot of people to take even the first step to change their lives, because I absolutely believe that anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
Absolutely. And so thank you, everybody that was listening in today, that did comments. They liked our YouTube video or our Facebook video. And I will see you next Monday at 1 p.m. as well, with more amazing people, entrepreneurs, and leaders in this community and in this world. So remember to go strong this week. You can do it. Don't give up. And God bless. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much.